Thank you for joining us tonight. Another episode of Pack Mentality. I am Steubens.
Nerdman.
Captain.
OG Duck.
And this is July 4th. Hoping everyone had a safe, wonderful Independence Day.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy America Day.
America. Oh, I've heard enough of that for a
me.
lifetime.
That's it.
No, but that's such a weird thing because it's a meme in itself. And it started making fun of
And now
Americans,
we've embraced it.
and
embraced it.
Like
and
the people that embody the stereotype of that are the ones that really America now. And it's just like, holy shit.
Do they not realize?
I don't know. Maybe we finally gotten to that point where
so meta.
It's
just so meta that it's like
maybe they don't, but like they just accepted it, and it's like okay, yeah,
fair enough. It's a pretty.
We're not gonna let you make fun of us. We're just gonna. Why not?
Why not?
guess.
Speaking of very meta stuff, the rotation for the new Pokemon trading card game rotation live.
You were going to go Pokemon. I was going to mention Britain exiting the European
Politics.
Britain out of the EU.
No, but I was gonna say the parallels of us in America. We always, or at least some of us in America, we're always so down on ourselves, like, oh, we're so shitty people. But then like stuff like this happens, you see the rest of the world, and you're like, oh, it's just people in general.
Yeah. We all suck.
Like, it's just people in general. It has nothing to do with what country you live in. People fucking suck. Like,
I'll agree with that one. You're here.
So for that, America, that's where I live, so I guess I'll just go full bore.
The 2016-2017 rotation.
Yes,
got
Pokemon.
announced.
Yep.
Everything Phantom Forces and before, gone. How does everybody feel about that? What is he pointing at?
Earwig.
Oh, cool.
It's weird. It's just like following your cord. Boom, gone. Headshot.
Boom, headshot. Monster kill.
Kill-tacular. What was it? Rotation.
Pokemon.
Phantom Forces, gone.
I haven't been
topic.
distracting you. It's
You've been
fine.
distracting me so much. You've done a great this whole episode. We'll name this episode Distraction. So how's everybody feel about... pretty much every deck I use is gone.
I'll be honest.
For standard, anyways.
I did look at it because you had shared it with us, and I knew it was important because we've been playing out. But I've been so involved in other things that I haven't really taken the time to delve into what decks I have or what decks I planned out and see how it actually affects it.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, a ton. Yeah.
Muscle bands are gone. Zrosik's gone.
Muscle Band.
Fairy Transfer. Aromatisse is gone.
Muscle Band is still pretty powerful. It's amazing that I was gonna say with Fighting Fury Belt, but that extra 10 is so crucial at times. So
Metal Link. Bronzong is gone. Item Lock. Trevenant's gone.
yeah,
So that's kind of cool. No more turn 1 item lock with him. Toad's gone.
yeah.
So they didn't reprint a Toad. Everyone's assuming, according to the consensus, everyone's thinking it's going to go back to, like, big basic EX cards right now for the meta, just because, like, Greninja, if his Night March is gone for the most part, some of it got reprinted in Japan, but even with Karen, it doesn't matter.
Right.
That, like, Greninja probably won't be able to hit the numbers heavy enough to hit really, really high HP Pokemon and stuff, so...
Yeah, it seems like break Pokemon haven't taken off like when EX Pokemon first came out, they ruled the meta, and they have ruled the meta. And lately we've had non-EX decks
that have been
compete great, but they still haven't been based around...
Technically, like, what, the top 3 right now?
Yeah.
Trevenant, Greninja, and Night March?
I think so, yeah.
And all of them are pretty much...
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Greninja is still useful, but it's not going to be
right.
the best deck in the format.
And I think that, I was just surprised that the break, nothing really features breaks that much. None of the power decks feature breaks.
No, yeah, they kind of seem underwhelming. So
I think it's just that. I think the reason they came out with the X's is it's just that evolution just takes too long to get to sometimes, and
I like it. I think the variety is cool.
No, it is cool. I like that, especially because that's really what Pokemon is. A lot of it is about evolution and
fair enough. Yeah,
and
true.
things like that. Whether you're talking about the cartoon, the anime, or the game, or anything. So
it's all about.
Yeah, the evolutions are pretty
involving them
pretty
Pokemans.
pretty big part.
So it'd be fun to be curious to see what the meta ends up being like
pretty big
with this with the new season. I'd be kind of excited to see. I don't know what's gonna. Everyone's assuming that Mega Ray is gonna be the top deck at the moment for now.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
Yep.
I'm excited to see them add the evolution of it.
So everyone gets to test everything out, and we'll find out.
Is my Whale Lord deck going to be affected?
When was Warlord printed? I'm actually not familiar with Warlord. I mean, I
Primal Clash.
Primal Clash is still good, so you might lose some cards. If there's a Rosek you use, you'll be able to use that. I think one of the hammers I think might be gone.
All right. Well, I'll just draw my own cards.
One of the hammers is reprinted in Generations. Which one? Crushing. You know?
I think it's Crushing.
Okay.
It's in,
I think Enhanced Hammer.
Enhanced Hammer is from Phantom,
Phantom,
so
I
it's
think,
gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Phantom. That's rotating out. Zero's is rotating out. So starting Megaphone's rotating out.
That'll hurt. I run 2 of those.
Yeah, there's quite a few cards that almost every deck runs a couple, so it's kind of curious to see what happens.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
that's
think I'm gonna have
Pokemon.
to rebuild a Marowak deck. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's quite a bit. Oh yeah, fighting decks. Karina's gone.
yep.
Yeah.
Like Karina. I mean, any evolution fighting deck is just done.
Yeah.
I'll go back to Zygarde. Zygarde will still run, but nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Gallade Octillery won't be working. Garchomp won't be working.
So that's Pokemon. So now let's talk about 7 Days to Die. Because that's all I really want to talk about.
Yeah, you should do a whole 7 Days a day episode
You mean-
for you.
No,
Joe
you mean-
know
it's
about
fine.
DayZ plus Minecraft.
it. Basically.
It's
Essentially,
exactly what it is.
The forest is very much like it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, especially in like the PC realm. There's a lot of survival games,
Crafting
survival games now. That
I
seems
usually-
to be a
I
They're
usually
usually a
don't.
dime a dozen, to be
Yeah.
honest.
And
But
this
this
one's pretty similar. but-
Yeah, it's just most don't really make it onto console.
Yep.
and this one is fantastic. It's run flawlessly so far, except for the first night.
Did it hurt you to say that?
Yeah, it did. It didn't run. It ran horrible the first night.
The first night it ran.
It's run horrible every night. That's part of the charm of it. Like it's
Well, there's some glitchy.
It's not very polished.
There's some glitchy.
Wait, so like the other night when I was like hanging out with Stubens, how many times did you get disconnected?
Yeah.
well, that
That
was
was work.
Yeah, that was
Oh, that was
wasn't
your-
the
That was
game.
internet.
But-
That was I wasn't
Okay.
at home then, so.
All right, we'll talk
Well,
about
Not the
that.
best
The
connection.
only thing
so.
I get a little tiresome of is the little stutter it has. Where
Mhm.
like that is annoying.
Mhm.
But everything else, like as far as some of the stuff's a little bit buggy. Like
That
it's
stutter-
kind of charm.
That stutter, I always feel like I'm getting attacked at that
I know.
moment. Like
I don't.
we'll be up.
It's always
We'll be
stuttering
up
at a
6
terrible
stories in our
time.
base, like cooking something in the middle of the day, and it'll stutter. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm getting attacked.
I wish things like menus would open fluid or two. Like I go click on like a backpack and it takes like a second for it to open, and then you click the button and it's like, okay, everything looted. Like,
Well, that's like you can the more you level up scavenging though, the faster you open stuff.
Yeah.
maybe that's part of it, but it definitely feels like when you open up menus and stuff, like even just pausing to like invite friends and stuff. Just there's like this. Like,
Oh, you're talking about the
just
actual
any
game,
menu, any looting menus, pausing.
Scavenging has like the cooldown time almost.
Or when you hit like not that one necessarily, but like you hit the pad button to open up like your map and everything. Like that,
Right.
everything always kind of seems like there's like that like, little bit of.
I
No,
dis-
Are you holding,
I
are you
disagree,
holding square and
personally,
going
'cause,
to
yeah,
which one you
square
want?
is like
Square and going
I-
to which one you want
yeah,
is
that
the
works
way to
too.
do it.
I think they did a great job of putting the controls onto PC.
Oh yeah, the controls. I'm not saying
or
that.
not PS4.
Yeah.
The very first night I
Controls are
played
good.
it, I was sitting a little bit far back on the couch, and so some of the stuff, the writing was a little small. And I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those games that was probably great on PC, but it's not going to translate well to PS4. But then, the more and more I got into it, and like I adjusted some of the resolution settings on my TV, and I set up a little bit closer, and a couple of nights I've actually been playing at a desk on a monitor instead,
okay.
and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with text or reading
Oh,
at
that's
all. Like
fantastic.
everything there was fairly good for me.
Yeah.
It's awesome though. I mean, it's again like you said, it's a dime a dozen. People have played games like this a gajillion times for years and years and years, but we're just getting into it, so now you get to hear us talk. About
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a new
I
game
mean,
for
PC
PS4 right
version
now,
of it
so.
came out in like what 2012 or 13.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
but-
the alpha.
Yeah.
Did they release a polished game of it on PC? Or
No.
I mean, this is about as
It's still
polished.
just-
This is about as polished as it is.
Full gamer. So like it being on the
Right.
console, I mean the only other option we have really is Minecraft. Minecraft's great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But there's no survival to Minecraft.
yeah. I
As soon as
waited-
it's night, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh,
Right.
Daylight.
I really was waiting for a DayZ to get ready to run on, either on PC really correctly or a port or something like. But it never like hit that stride.
Now, I've
where,
never played DayZ. I've watched probably hours of gameplay footage of it, and it looks awesome. And like I really wanted to get it. And this is what this feels like to me now,
Yeah.
playing 7 Days to Die. But does DayZ give you the options to like fortify yourself and build like?
I don't know.
Does it have the
I don't know. It
crafting?
doesn't have like the Minecraft.
No,
crafting,
but no, it's basically like you go and forage.
Okay.
You run around forage, but also on top of that, like it's like when you die, you're dead.
Right, you start a new character.
start
Yeah, and
Brand
that's
new.
cool.
And that's kind of.
And I like that. I like the 7 Days to Die. You don't have to start a new character, but it does impact you.
Yeah, you lose wellness and
Yeah, you lose wellness.
life,
You
stamina,
lose your max
and then you lose your
stamina, your max
backpack.
health.
which you can get back to though.
kind of like
Yeah.
Dark Souls-y. Like
Yeah.
It's Dark Souls Z. Yeah, it's not.
See,
It's
like,
not as harsh as Dark Souls, but actually, I mean, Demon Souls would be the harshest.
Yeah.
you die and you lose
now have any of you
half
guys?
of your.
Have any of you guys played online with random people? Just been playing
No.
so far.
No.
I have not.
So I kind of want to see how that interaction works because that's
Uh,
that's what I really like about DayZ. Like
Because you could kill
you
people.
kill people, like
yeah.
rob them, like hold them up, like okay, dude, give me like
But
drop some stuff on
I'm
the
pretty
ground.
sure it's gonna work like if they're the host and they leave, you just get kicked.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, they don't have
I
dedicated
don't think
servers
there's
for
really a
it to
point
where-
in playing online with strangers because
Yeah.
like as soon as they leave, it's like
Yeah,
all
'cause
right,
I say somebody has
all
to
the progress
host.
is gone.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I was thinking too. So I haven't tried it yet. I was curious because I like the idea of like running into lots of people like randomly. I still think like a
It's
DayZ.
only 4 players.
Yeah.
Like so.
I still like the
never
idea of like running.
more
Imagine
than
like running around the zombie world that we're in right now, doing all the stuff that we're doing, but then having random people and not knowing to trust them or not trust them, and having the human element would like skyrocket it to the best game ever. I'd never stop playing.
Quick question: it's Telltale Publishing. Is that the same as Telltale Games that does the Wolf Among Us and all of those, or are they a shoot off, or are they just very similar names?
I don't know the answer. to
I
that.
honestly don't know how
Okay.
either.
I was just curious.
I imagine it's got to be an offshoot.
The only reason I
it's
bring it
pretty-
up is because the other night when we were playing and we got to our first day 7, and I screenshotted the Blood Moon, and I tweeted it out on my account. That's the first time I've tweeted out from my PS4,
Okay.
and it was very involved. Oh my god!
Yeah, it is. A little
Oh my god! I'm not gonna make a habit of that, but I really wanted to do that night. And I did it long after we were done playing. I just screenshotted that moment and went back. But when I went to tag Telltale Publishing in the tweet, I was like, Telltale Games, and it's not like when you're on the phone where it brings up the menu of like these are the people. You have to actually like I had to actually know Nerdman's.
It's probably kind of like how there's like Bethesda like
Okay.
works and stuff. Where like
I would assume
they didn't make it in house, but they published it, so it's probably like
Right.
a publishing house sort of. That's what I'd have to guess. Somebody will probably comment and tell us we're dumb and stupid for not knowing. But
I was interested. It was brand new to me because,
It
like I
seems-
said, it's the first time I tweeted from it, and since it was the PS4 share hashtag, I got like 3 or 4 friend requests from random people.
that's awesome.
I thought that was
Oh,
kind of
really?
cool.
See, I think
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
I think you should start tweeting during the game more often. Because then that would add like another element of surprise, like, oh shit, there's a horde of zombies.
Tweet.
Doc, where are you? Doc, hold on, dude. I got hashtag stuff. So dude, fucking hurry. Like, smashing through the spikes. Come on. Hold on. Hashtag tell. Dude, you fucking serious?
Games. No, it's not games. It's publishing.
Publishing. Alright, that's it. We're fucking dead. Cool.
Okay, that first day 7 wasn't as intense as I thought it was going to be, but the days
We were pretty fortified though.
we were pretty fortified, and the days after have just been insanity.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. I've never had a game where like usually like I play video games and I feel like in real life I'm like, oh, I wasn't very productive today. I just played video games all day, and I've been playing this game. And our day 8, I was like, shit, we didn't have a productive day. I didn't hunt. Really getting immersed in this game here.
Or when you log off the game, you're like, I had a pretty productive day off today because I built a house.
I've
Right,
I put
yeah.
up some spikes. I gathered some food. I planted some corn. I mean, that was a good day.
got 4 different save files going if we count the one that we're at
Yeah.
the farm. So like I've been playing it nonstop this past week, and it's been pretty
so
fun.
Good. So good.
So anybody who hasn't played it yet, it's a dope ass Survivor game
It's
on the
fantastic. It's only
PS4.
$40.
But it's
What?
30.
$30, even better. Even better. I thought it was $40.
Well, you might have paid a little too much. I don't know where you went, but have fun.
It was $30.
Should have been 30. Should have been 30.
It's even better. See.
Hold on, I got a tweet from my PlayStation 4. Hashtag wrecked. Stupid, get over here.
Fantastic game though.
No, it is really good, and I'm anticipating playing lots more until the next online exploring No Man's Sky comes out.
No Man's Sky is going to be
Dive into
something
that.
else. I'm very excited for that. For me personally, I go through stages of how much I game. Like, obviously, your life changes and stuff happens. And I'm finally getting back into this point where I'm gaming more than I did last year, even or 2 years ago. To the point where like I'm ready to build a PC gaming rig, and I'm into gaming again. So it's been very interesting for me because I usually hang out with you guys who, even though you're not like crazy hardcore gamers, you're much higher level hardcore than I am.
We're
You're pretty much balling.
pro tier.
Yeah. But a game like Overwatch, which I just played again today, I really like because I can not play it for a while. I can go back and I don't feel like I'm way behind on anything.
Yeah.
I can just go play a few games and get that feel and have
And literally, like, anything you'd be behind in is just purely skill. You just
yeah,
shake off the rust
exactly.
and you're good to go.
And holy crap, I played for the very first time since playing Overwatch because there's so many goddamn characters, and so there's certain characters I still haven't even played yet, and
There's one character I haven't played.
Which one?
I haven't played Winston.
oh okay,
Literally,
really?
this is the only character I haven't played. And
Interesting.
And I don't know why. I just haven't played him
So
yet.
for the very first, well, it's because I feel like I'm not good at video games sometimes, especially multiplayer games.
Yeah,
so when I find people like I was playing Torbjorn, and
Torbjorn's so good.
I was actually I was actually having good games, and so that's all I played for a while because I actually felt like I was helping my team out.
I did the same thing. I started with Junkrat because I played the demo guy from TF2.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, this is like the demo guy. I don't really have to aim quite as much. I can shoot lob things, and I don't have to be headshots. And I mean, the first week, that's all I played with him. So I was like, oh, I'm learning. I know how to play. And then I finally started, like, every day I tried to play 2 different characters every day.
So today, for the first time, I played as May. And
Dude, May.
she's my new favorite character of all time.
This is so good.
So good. Holy crap.
I'm not fantastic with her. But when I go up against a May that's good, oh shit.
She's so overpowered. You get her down to like 1 HP, and she just frees herself in ice cube and heals
A
herself.
little cocoon.
Oh my god!
We had one the other night. I was playing with a couple friends, and there was a May that was going toe to toe with 3 of us. Like 3 of us. And we couldn't kill her. She killed me like 3 times in a row, and I was like, I literally switched characters just to hunt her down, and then I didn't hunt her down. I failed miserably. So May's your favorite.
Right
May's
now,
your favorite.
May and Torby. Oh my
Torby.
god, Torby. So
I did Junkrat and Diva
okay.
with Hanzo like a really close third.
Nerd man.
Diva and Lucio.
Okay.
Lucio,
cool.
I did try with Lucio. He was cool. Cool gameplay.
The first like week or 2, I was just playing Mercy only, like, and I finally like I was getting so mad going against good Lucios, where I was like, okay, I got to try him, and oh my god, the first night, like I was just laughing my ass off the entire time. Like, it was a solid like what 2 hours we played, and I was just
God.
I picked him every single game, and I just had a fucking blast.
so cool.
He's incredible.
There was a Lucio the other night I was playing last night, Lijiang Tower. At the one point where you're like in the building, and the outside is like a drop off. There's like the main, like the back door. I ran to 4 times. Like I ran as soon as I got the door, pushed me off, pushed me off. Did it 4 like I was like literally like not learning from my mistakes. I was like, well, he's not going to be there this time because he's got to think I've learned my lesson, and I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to trick him by not learning my lesson and go off the edge. I was like, you fucking kidding me? And I was like, all right, this is 3rd time. There's no way he thinks I'm He knew. He fucking knew. He's like, this guy's an idiot.
Or she.
I still need to practice and get good on the
Get
one
good.
level. I forgot what it's called, but it's like where it's kind of like Bay Resort area type deal.
Yeah, I know.
If you get to like the third point, there's the capture point has that like well.
Yeah.
And I've seen a Lucy who was like wall running just infinitely on the inside of it, just like keeping his aura on the team and like avoiding fire. And I've tried doing it a couple times. I last for a couple of seconds and I
We should
fall.
play with bots and we should practice.
Yeah, it's an option.
Interesting, yeah.
It just like I seen somebody and it made me rage because I could not kill them for the life of me. Probably, I mean, if I would have had somebody with a rocket launcher, I probably could have.
Yeah.
I could not do Diva for whatever reason. Her
she's so much
gameplay
fun.
didn't fit my style at all.
She's my favorite one to play.
She's very interesting for a tank. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's not really.
Well,
she's not really defensive in the point. I mean, like
No.
if you're like trying to capture your point, you can kind of like get everybody off the point by launching your mech suit and detonating it, which is kind of cool.
Or dashing
It's-
through them and
yeah.
knocking them off the
So I
thing.
mean, it's just a very different type of tank.
I feel like she's more like a harass.
Yeah.
Like you hit people as soon as they start trying to like attack you back. You just pop your shield up or dash through them and come back around and kind of leave. And come
I mean,
in.
she's great though. Like in the circumstances that you need to either take a point or defend a point, and the clock's almost ticking down, and you have your ulti ready, like lifesaver because everybody has to get off of it or they're gonna die.
Or they're gonna die. And
The
then
only issue though is her
May
ulti
has
is a pain in the
similar
ass to
with-
keep up because like
May
if
have
you
that
die,
similar. You throw like the weather control machine and
Yeah.
it freezes everything. And it's similar.
very very defensive.
but her like if you have her ulti at 100%, you're just waiting for that moment, and then you die, then you're back at like 70% or something. So that's kind of tricky to play on her.
What?
Yeah, if you die and you had her ulti at 100, you don't have it at 100%.
Really?
Yes.
That is that the
Diva?
only hero that does that then? Because most other heroes you get to keep.
Diva, you don't, because like hers is like you summon a new mech suit.
I've died and had it 100% before.
I've not. Like every time I've died with it, like I lost it.
Did you start it like?
No.
It's like
No.
counting down. That's the best with this because I've died before like after it was charged. And they killed me before I could nuke it, and I was like in my little, her out of the mech form.
Yeah.
They've killed me, and then as soon as I respawned, I had her. Ultra.
Yeah, I did not.
It's weird. I'm curious now how that works. I just don't pay attention to that. I guess I should. Has anybody played competitive league much yet?
Nah.
I'm not level 25 yet.
Okay.
do you have to be a level 4?
level 25. I'm at 19 or something.
I honestly... Alright, go ahead.
I did my 10 matches. I won 4, lost 6. People are choosing competitive mode though, and they're not using their mics.
Yeah.
So it's like
This game is not a, like I said, for as casual it is for me to go away from it and then come back. It's not casual in the sense that you can just play with the sound off and
you
have to play as a team in this game.
Well,
Otherwise,
the maid that was killing us, she was literally just behind us. She was behind us, and no one was warning anybody. No one was paying attention. She'd kill me, and then like our teammates would just run right past her. And I'm like, "That's an enemy. Kill her." She's standing behind our front lines, just coming up behind us and freezing us and killing. And no one was talking. No one could warn each other. And I'm like, on my headset, like every fucking PS4 came with a headset. Put it on, you asshole! Yelling at these people. Like, you have one. It's sitting there. Plug it in.
if your cell phone has, it works.
Come on, do it.
Like PS4, you have no excuses. It's not like you need an adapter.
And like you're picking competitive mode
Yeah.
on purpose. Like you have to literally go out of your way to pick competitive mode. Plug your headset in.
Yeah.
I honestly have no intention of playing competitive
Oh,
mode.
man. It's like
I've played enough competitive games. Every competitive gaming community is just toxic, and I have no intentions of joining this one.
I'm in. I like it.
You're in it.
It's fun.
In it to win it.
I'm good at it. So I'm good at it. I'm having a blast with it. I like watching that rank.
It's funny, like
it's not any different than playing a normal game, just because you still.
It's such an interesting game too, because like some games I feel like I'm doing really good, and like I played a healer for the first time ever a few weeks back, and I was like, oh, because I like even when I played World of Warcraft, even when I anything, I'm almost never a healer, so I had no experience being a healer. So I'm like trying to learn. I was playing as Lucio, and and I was going around, and as I think it said like I healed like 30% of the team's damage or something like that. And I'm like,
that's pretty good.
Hey, that sounds cool. And like but I have nothing to compare it to, And so I went on Reddit, which was a mistake.
If you want to make yourself feel good about something you did,
my God.
don't go to Reddit.
Oh my God. I just, quick type in, like, hey, what's a good, healing percent? If you're not healing at least 55% of your team's health every game, you're not averaging that, you don't even choose healer and shit. I was just like, okay.
Well, that goes with Nerdman's elitist asshole.
And I was like, okay.
You just gotta, like, brush it off.
I did, but...
Good. Keep playing healers. Healers are fun in this game.
Oh,
They
my
are.
God, yeah.
I really like... My favorite healer right now is Zenyatta.
I can't play him. Too squishy.
He's squishy
Like,
as fuck, but man, that, like... Something about... Like,
Oh, he's a boss.
Like, the
don't get me
friction of,
wrong.
like, throwing his orbs, and when you actually connect and you kill somebody with them, like... Just, like, the animations for it, the speed of everything, it just has this really, really satisfying, like...
Yeah.
Ching, ching,
almost
ching, ching.
Zen-like.
Yeah. So good. Hitting it with a Discord orb, and, like, I don't know, just the way his gameplay is, I feel like... It is. I like it.
It's just
Zen-like
really cool. It's
experience.
just a really good balanced game, I feel. Every single character feels overpowered.
And every single character, and more importantly, is fun.
And
Yeah,
not
fun.
a single one is like any of the others.
Nope.
There's not even like where they're similar.
No. I mean, there's like, these are both snipers, but they're not even close to each other.
Not even close.
They both have a way to, like, highlight things on the map.
Like, these tanks are, they're all tanks, but they none of the tanks play the same. It's very cool. One thing I hate about the game is the fucking play of the game. Who decides this shit?
Blizzard.
Oh my! They seriously sit in a office somewhere watching every single game, and they're like,
yeah.
Single game.
and they're like,
game
yeah.
that's being played
and they're
every
like,
single time.
oh, that was a good play. Don't highlight it.
Maybe they have an algorithm they built that specifically takes...
That
like,
beats off to Soldier 76's double kills because that's all. That's a majority of the.
See, every time I see it, it's always Torbjorn.
Yeah, I see Torbjorn's a lot.
And personally,
I
like,
see Soldier.
if I play Torby a lot, so anytime I play the game pops up and it's me, and if I'm doing something dumb like I'm like, don't show that, like no, like
And
no,
most every single play of the game is good. Just hammer it.
And most of my time out there on the front line, you know, actually shooting them.
Oh,
But anytime
no, I
I
know.
see a Torby one where like he's just hammering away, I'm like,
I do wish it was easier to get play of the game with the healer.
I've only gotten it once.
Yeah.
With the
I've seen like one time, like you get like a 4 resurrection on
Yeah.
Mercy or something, but like I feel like that's a pretty big like tide turner. Like, hey, you're at 99%. The other team's almost got it contested, and all of a sudden Lucio comes in and hits something that causes them, to turn the tides. Like that's more important than you just healed that Hanzo, and then the Hanzo used his special and killed the other team. Like if Lucio wasn't there, Hanzo wouldn't have been alive to do that kind of thing. Like I wish there was a little bit better for that.
Two things, though. I do think, one, that everybody, like, the vast majority of players realize that the play game is meaningless. Like,
Yeah, this is fun.
like,
Yeah,
after
fun.
you've played for an hour or two, you're like, oh, play the game's junk. Like, nobody cares about it. It's
Unless
shit.
it's like every once in a great while, you'll see a fucking dope ass one. Like
Every once in a while, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that was definitely
that
playing
was
the game.
amazing. Yeah.
But more importantly, the memes we've got to play the game.
Ooh.
It's so fucking good.
Play them.
Oh my
play-
god.
Game of Thrones, and
Just everything. Everything's turning into play of the game. And there's
Movie
some
clips, movie
there's some
clips.
really shitty ones out there where they don't do any like the text and like the sound effects.
Text,
But the
sound
ones
effects.
they're the ones that get the text and the sound effects and it mashes. Oh my god.
They're-
I die.
It's
every
fantastic.
time.
It's great.
yeah.
Like I get more enjoyment out of that than the game. And I get tons of enjoyment out of the game. That's not
And you hate memes for the most part. You're like glad and sink into it. Oh man.
It's the America. He's embracing the America
embracing
of memes. Memes.
I love it. Love it. Yeah. No, it's been it's been a good month for gaming.
Speaking of, it's been an incredible month for gaming.
Yeah.
Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Still don't have PC yet.
steered clear of it because I have
Yeah,
like
staying clear.
267 games that I haven't played yet in my Steam library, and
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna be there because I've like we said, certain games are a dime a dozen. I saw there was like Stranded Deep is like a survival game on islands
Yeah.
and stuff like a plane crash, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be playing that.
Yeah.
And it's gonna.
So
I'm gonna buy it. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna buy it and have it sitting on a hard drive.
No, I
but-
agree.
I've personally skipped the Steam Summer Sale, but PlayStation got their sale going
Yes,
right now, and I think
I've
Xbox starts today. I think it started.
I think you're right.
I think it started. I know it starts directly when the Steam sale ended. So like,
Okay.
everybody's got Steam's got sales, PlayStation's got sales, Xbox One has sales,
I spent
and
a
like
lot of money
I
in.
just picked up like 6 indie games I've had my eye on. Oh, and then week
Yeah.
2 starts tomorrow night or
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Tuesday,
yeah. So it's
We'll
like
see what that
yes!
I looked at some gameplay footage for what was the one that you bought? The story.
Tales
of-
of Destiny.
Destiny's
Tale.
I don't know.
Something like
Tales
that.
of- yeah.
It looked good though.
I thought it looked good when it came out, and the only reason I didn't buy it full price is I've never seen any reviews for it. And so I
Okay.
seen that on sale, and I was like, fuck it. I googled review, found a Kotaku one real quick, and they give it so much praise. I was like, okay.
It looked really
Instantly
good.
added to my cart.
Yeah.
Time-
Taku plug.
That's the review I chose to read.
Fair enough.
Why is that a plug? But like Sony and Steam weren't plugged.
I'm just trolling.
You know me. I hate. Like,
doesn't
I
like-
hate
I
every
know.
website a little bit, and I'm not a huge fan of Kotaku. However, there are certain authors I still like on there, and this was one I didn't mind, so I read his review.
You hear that? He didn't mind you.
He's sleeping
Nerdman
good tonight.
I'm sure he's like listening. He's like, "Oh, great, Nerdman liked my review.
He
Good,
thought I was
good."
all right.
He hacked into our live
He doesn't-
recording
he
of
doesn't-
it.
I need to check it out and buy some stuff. I need to spend some money. So
Yeah.
spending money on games and cards and stuff just makes me feel better about myself. It's pretty. It's a good way to.
I haven't spent money on cards in a long time, and I don't plan on it. I mean, I'm still very excited about playing cards and
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't plan on spending a lot of money on cards. Gaming, I have so much.
Well, the next expansion comes out. We gotta get boxes.
Well,
so-
but that's different.
Yeah.
Like dropping $100, boom, like that on something is different than
It's different than
spending
going to the store every day and
over
buying 50 packs.
$500 over 5 weeks.
Wake up
Yeah.
Tuesday. All right, let me go buy 50 more packs.
Yeah.
I'm feeling lucky
There's
today.
a big difference.
Yeah, no, it adds up.
You know, a box I could set $20 aside for 5 weeks or whatever. And
I know, but it's so fun.
no, it is. It
It's
is
so fun.
But we have so much stuff we need to do. I mean,
I know it's so hard. To...
I've,
we've got PCs to
juggle
build.
everything.
We've got.
I recently got back into the Destiny
Okay.
bandwagon.
I seen you were playing it
And
the other day.
yeah, new patch was good.
When I log
Um,
off of 7 Days to Die, you're like, well, I got some
Yeah.
coins to spend in Destiny. I'll probably log on.
And
there.
they added microtransactions not too long ago, sometime when I was away. And you know me with money, so I'm like, all right, buy. It's random boxes where you open
Okay.
random stuff.
Oh,
So,
so, yeah.
yeah, so I opened like $20 worth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
it's kind of cool.
So you're not buying packs of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, and so
You're buying
I'm
Overwatch packages and Destiny
Overwatch. I'm
packs.
good on. I have.
You're good at it, so you didn't buy any.
Oh no, I bought like $100 worth.
Alright.
I now have a legendary skin for every character, plus like multiples for most, and then like 3,000 coins saved
you
up, so I can buy. Like if they make a new hero,
Make
I'll
new
be like,
skins.
buy.
Well, the heroes will be like.
I mean,
the skins.
I'll instantly have a legendary skin though. The play the game thing, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'll be decked out.
I like it.
That's cool.
The only thing I want to see, hero-wise, I don't know if they showed. I think they showed off some of the ideas or something. I want to see another ice character. I want to see them be able to shoot the ground with ice and then like slide along it. Every time I
Or
play,
like
every time I
trip
play-
other, like
Yeah, 'cause
send
every time-
other players.
maybe your character goes
sliding.
faster and everybody else like slides or something because like every time I'm May and I'm like shooting the ground, you
Like
can
you
like
have
see
control over your slide, but they don't.
that. Yeah,
Like they're running and you hit it, and they can't. They're just going in that
whatever
direction.
they hit it. Because like every time I'm with May, I'm always shooting the ground and like imagining myself like Iceman
Freezing
from
it.
X-Men like skating across it and I'm like, oh, this is so fucking cool. So
I
that's
think
it.
the rumor, I don't know,
another
I haven't looked into it in a
sniper,
while, was a support sniper.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So-
sounds awesome. I just want to pretend I'm Iceman and skate around in ice.
I think for the moment though, it's got a awesome lineup,
Oh.
and like I can wait. Like, and I know that's why they're not giving any time frame for maps or characters at all because they
And they
don't
don't
want to
need
give it and then miss it and have people
I
give them
don't need
death
a time
threats.
frame.
I said there's still characters I haven't even tried yet. Like,
Yeah, I still haven't played probably like 7 of the characters. Like I haven't tried Roadhog.
I turned it on. I was trying to explain the game to my wife before I actually turned it on, and she's like, "Oh, you don't level them up, and you have heroes to choose." She was like, because she's not a big gamer or anything, but she's like, "Oh, it reminds me of like when I used to play Mortal Kombat and stuff." Because she's thinking of, like the character select
Yeah.
screen, and you don't level them up. It's just everything like that. And I was like, yeah, if you want to think about it that way, that's cool. And like I opened it up, and she was like, "How do you choose? Like there's 2 rows of how many 21 characters? And it's just like Mortal Kombat launches. You got 8.
Yeah, back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. Back in the
like,
day. Wow.
40.
Yeah. But
Those kids,
like Jason, and not even
horror movie characters and kids with characters. Out of control.
Yeah, and she was like, and they're all different. I was like, they're all very different.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
holy shit, very different. Like,
no head swaps.
No
head swaps like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
No,
All fleshed out.
Speaking of Street Fighter, the story mode finally hit.
Yeah, I have not. I downloaded it. I got it installed. I'll play it next week's episode. I'll cover it a little bit. I've been a little salty about Street Fighter. I'm shitty at 5.
I'm amazed. I wasn't going to talk about because but I figured you could enlighten our listeners.
I honestly haven't touched anything but
How does
Overwatch.
story mode in Street? Is it like Mortal Kombat where it's just going up the ladder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Story
Yeah, it's just a lot of
plays
people were a little upset because it didn't launch with it.
Which I get that they gave it to us for free. And honestly, if you're buying a fighting game, a one-on-one fighting game for a story mode, then
buys a $60 fighting game for a story.
Exactly. Like, they already
that's
you beat the story in like 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Like who just paid $60 for that? Nobody.
Right.
Nobody paid $60 for 10 minutes.
That game was beautiful.
It's not like a sports game where people want both multiplayer and
yeah, exactly. It's nothing remotely
create a
like
player mode.
And I like Street Fighter's story and character and canon and stuff.
And that's cool.
Like,
yeah,
you can literally read about it in like a paragraph.
Yeah.
Right.
Tournament started because of this. This is the guy who wins, and this guy's dead.
I'm not a fan of Street Fighter because I just don't like fighting games. But I couldn't believe the outrage people are giving it for the lack of a story mode. It's like, I don't play fighting games, and I know you don't buy a fighting game for a story mode. Like,
there's a world tournament. There's an evil bad guy running Shadaloo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay.
Ryu tries not to give in to the Dark Hado and go evil, and Akuma tries to get him to give in to it.
Chun-Li is part of the special service and is trying to take down Bison.
And I do at most 10 different fights, and then it's over.
Like, I had to run into somebody this weekend at a party and was like, he recognized my Street Fighter tattoo.
Yeah, oh nice.
And he's like, oh, is it the Ryu's glove? And I was like, yeah. And he's cool. He's like, yeah, man, I heard Street Fighter 5 sucked, huh? And I was like,
no.
I was like pretty tipsy, so I was like, why the fuck does everyone say it sucks? And he's like, oh, I heard it sucked. And I was like, just because I didn't have a fucking... I did the exact same conversation. I was like, I didn't have a story mode. I was like, you're buying a fighting game for a story mode. What the fuck's wrong with you? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, no, I guess you're right. It's cool. I was like, it ran smooth. Characters were good. It was fun. The online ran good. I suck at it, but it's fun. He's like, all right, cool, dude. Chill. It's cool. It's a cool tattoo. And I was like, oh, yeah, thanks, man. That's really cool that somebody recognized it. Have a good day. I just got super, indignant about it.
Speaking of fighting games, though, because, we got you downloaded the demo. We haven't played it yet.
I played it.
But the new JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
You left and finally downloaded. So
I know.
It was cool. I don't know. I have to play it again. It's not.
JoJo's
it's more like a brawler.
It is
a one-on-one brawler.
It's a lot different as a fighting game.
So.
I mean, I played JoJo's back on the Dreamcast. I fucking loved it. I read the manga. I watched the anime. I've loved everything about JoJo.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you were talking about that before.
JoJo's Bizarre
I've
Adventure.
only played the Dreamcast one.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never read or watched anything, but it's a fucking good fighting game. And this one, I'm up in the air. We'll play it more and we'll talk about it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet.
You were talking about brawler, so side-scrolling, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Batman,
beat 'em up,
kind of like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I played a game like that in a long time.
But it was still one-on-one. It was still at least the demo was I played. It was still one-on-one, but it was still mash the button and hit a button and you kind of automatically do a combo, kind of like those kind of games. But it was kind of strange, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I ended up winning the match, but I don't really know how I won the match.
I'm drawing a blank on the name of a game I used to play on the first PlayStation. I think it was Time Crisis 4 or something like that. Or...
Shooting the screen this time.
No, okay, so it wasn't Time Crisis. No, it was
Fighting Force.
Fighting Force.
Fighting Force.
Oh, yes. Fighting Force.
That I played the shit out of that.
The big bulky dude. And
what you could grab different items around
off
and
chairs.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fighting Force.
Damn. I like that.
Wish to be more better 4-player brawlers.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nothing's going to get better than Power Stone 2.
Harvesting, but I mean, like going through. Like,
I see that look, nerd. You're like, what?
Well, that's like a completely different.
yeah, that's a fighting game still.
It's a fighting game, but
It's a brawler, but you're fighting
3D
each other.
brawler.
We're
Yeah.
talking about like
talking
going
about,
through and
like,
fighting
yeah.
like,
enemies.
enemies, like
Yeah.
Fatal Fury, Final Fight, the old Turtles arcade machines and stuff.
Turtles Arcade is the one.
Scott Pilgrim was dope.
Oh,
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
really dope.
What, 8 years ago now? 7 years
Right.
ago? I mean, it's
Was it really that
Yeah.
long?
it's been a long time already.
Fantastic movie.
I could be
as
wrong.
well.
I mean, I might be, but I mean,
Excellent comic book.
that movie was out.
Yeah,
I think it was
long time ago.
2011, like 5 years ago, maybe even earlier.
No, it was probably earlier. It
I
was
wanna say
probably
it's like
2008, 2000.
nine,
No.
or, 9 or 10.
DVD case is literally right behind you.
Bro, yeah,
We
but I don't think the game came out at the same time as the movie.
It
But I
came out-
still want to know when the movie came out.
Yeah, now I want to know when the movie came out.
It was
Well,
before.
I want to know when the game came out. So
It had to
came
be.
out,
It had to be more than 5 years ago.
This is a good ending. I think the case happened to be right there.
2011.
Really?
2011?
So probably it came out in theaters in 2010.
Okay.
So
I knew it had to
it's
come out
been-
because
and
my
the
daughter
game
was
was-
born in 2011.
The game was a
It came
little
out-
after the movie.
So it's been 5-6 years.
Yep.
Okay.
Since the game.
But I mean, the comic's been out since like 2003.
Yeah, no, it's been a bit.
That's when the
while.
comic came out.
Okay.
What, 2003,
When
2004?
the game hit.
2010,
Okay.
August.
So yeah,
Dang.
it's been 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it had. I knew it had to be more than 5 years.
So
Like I said.
give us more Sweet Brawlers,
Oh
please,
yeah.
because I want like good ones.
Well, that
Dragon's
is-
Crown was really
yeah,
good.
I'm just gonna.
Like,
fuck.
Dragon's Crown was
Give me two. I was
incredible.
just like,
Like,
wait a second. We need to play Dragon's Crown a lot.
No, but that would be cool though to like the four of us sit and play on the same console.
Honestly, we could go like. Do they have like the Ninja Turtles arcade game? Is that
Maybe.
4 players? If you could tell me?
Dragon's
they
Crown was
should.
more recent. That's July of 2013, and that was
Dragon's
oh my
Crown was
God.
really good.
That was fucking stupidly good.
Oh.
Like,
Brawler like that, but with item drops too.
Yep.
Phew.
What was that one on Xbox Live Arcade where you're like the tiny little knights? Was it Castle Crashers?
Castle Crash.
Yeah,
Castle.
yeah.
Oh,
That's a
I
fantastic
love
game.
Castle Crashers.
That would have been like.
I was always Green Knight.
6 or 7.
Yeah, that was really old.
Yeah, but so
was-
good.
And like these brawlers come out and they get popular and then they sell well and you don't see one for like half a decade.
Yeah.
It's like every 5 years is a good brawler.
That's the secret. That's how long it takes to
Make a
build
good
it.
one.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
It could be one of those things too that there are just a bunch of shit ones come out.
We just
People are like,
don't know
oh, let's
about it.
try and
Yeah.
capitalize on this. And then, like,
I think you're on.
because
it.
I
And then you
think
don't hear about it.
I think I've seen a few in the store where I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
And then you don't hear about it
Yep.
because they're shit.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Alright.
like a lot of the time they can't just get the controls right.
Yeah.
That's how platformers are too.
Yep.
Like it's just like that.
You gotta have it. You gotta capture that feel. You gotta
Yeah.
make.
It's all
you
about
gotta
the-
hook.
The friction of your character. When you hit a
Yeah.
buten and the character does something,
There's a
it's got to
balance.
feel like it means something.
There's
Yeah.
a balance you have
Yeah.
to really get with a brawler.
I agree. There's a balance we got to have with how much time we take up from people's days. So we probably should call it. I feel like we've done pretty good. Covered a lot of stuff.
7 days to die.
And we're gonna die a lot more this week. So maybe we'll do a full episode about it.
I don't know. What did you guys say? You guys are in day 11 right now?
No, we're on. Yeah, day 11.
day
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Well,
That's just Nerdman and I, though. Stubins.
yeah, I missed out on that night.
He was like, "Oh, real life sounds fun."
Yeah, every once in a while. Every once in a while, I turn off.
Sorry, I took him away to real life for a little bit.
I turn off video games every once in a while. We talked about them pretty much the whole weekend.
Oh, yeah, we kept sending Snap and
yeah,
Snap
video game music.
chats.
The whole road
Yeah.
trip was video game music and everything. So,
good.
We'll have a little special about that coming up here
yeah,
soon.
yeah,
Very
something cool in the works. So,
Yep.
all right, you guys have a good night. If you enjoyed what you saw, come subscribe to the YouTube page, follow us on Podbean, SoundCloud. Come check out the Facebook fan page, and have a good night. Thanks.